Whenever immigration becomes a major conversation in the UK, we're talking visa changes, salary threshold, indefinite leave to remain, that is ILR, or even becoming a British citizen or restriction on dependence or things like that. You notice that it becomes a big political issue most times, which is something quite interesting I've noticed about UK politics. But right now, a political party is proposing something different. Let's go into the details of what this is and how this affects migrants. My name is Tochi, or welcome to my channel. Please like this video, give it a thumbs up so it can reach more people. Kindly share it to everyone that needs to hear this. To all my returning subscribers, you guys are amazing. You're welcome back to today's video. If you're yet to subscribe, kindly click on that subscribe button right now. I honestly don't know why you haven't subscribed yet. Now, Reform UK has proposed something entirely different from immigration. This is about your money. This is about how much you can keep back after working extra shifts in the UK. So I'm sure most of us know how UK taxes work and how people say that, oh, there's no need doing extra shifts or picking up extra jobs or doing 2 or 3 jobs in the UK because the tax system basically takes all the money that you're making. So some people actually say there is no point doing extra shifts. There's no point doing extra jobs and all of that. So Reform now is proposing something that if you work extra shifts, you should be allowed to keep all your money. It shouldn't be taxed. And people have welcomed this very well because it seems like a positive news, because if you look at it, it would actually encourage people to do more work. Because as migrants, guys, we all know that most of us do extra shift because we have so much responsibilities, okay? There's black tax, and aside that, there's also so much fees that we have to pay. Basically, UK immigration fees, are increased almost every year. And you are either saving up for your indefinite leave to remain, or you're saving up to renew your visa for that of your family, or you're saving up to pay IHS fees, you're saving up to do one thing or the other. Like, the money that migrants pay to remain legal in the UK or to stay in the UK legally is quite huge. It's something that when you begin to calculate, sometimes you just wonder, like, how did I even do this? How was I able to pay all this amount of money? Because it goes into thousands of pounds. There are also people who have to raise money to pay school fees. There are people who have to raise money to pay for their children as well. Children who have to go to the universities and all of that. So it's just a lot of money. Like, there's just so much that we as immigrants need money for. Okay, you're paying your rent, your bills, you're paying your mortgage, you're doing everything you have to do without having access to public funds. In fact, if you even touch it or apply for it, if there's any evidence that you had access to public funds when you're not supposed to, you are going to pay so much for it. So it's something that as a legal migrant in the UK, you don't even want to go there because your visa categorically states no recourse to public funds, right? So quickly, guys, let me just show you. Now, income tax on overtime above a 40-hour week should be scrapped for workers earning less than £75,000, Reform UK have said. So the party estimates what it is calling a hard work bonus would save a full-time nurse working 6 hours of overtime each week more than £1,300 a year. Reform said the policy would cost £5 billion a year and could be paid for through its plans to make cuts to welfare payments. But Labour, the Tories and the Lib Dems all questioned whether Reform would find the money for the plans. Obviously, guys, I'm sure we're not new to how they play politics with all of these things. So whatever you decide, whatever you propose, whatever plan you have will surely be criticized. And one thing that we have all noticed, I'm sure you've noticed, if you've noticed this too, let me know in the comment section, okay? And another thing that is so obvious when it comes to politics is that sometimes they copy each other's plan and proposals. You know how Conservative Party will just come out today to say, oh, they want to increase time for ILR. I don't even know the first party that actually talks about increasing time for ILR. Who can remember? Please let us know in the comment section, because one of this, it was not even Labour, it was one of these other parties. I think it was either Conservative or Reform that was actually the first to say they were going to increase the time for ILR to 15 years to 10 years and all of that. And then Reform now even came with their own, they're going to scrap ILR entirely, and all of the things that they have said about indefinite leave to remain. And the next thing Labour Party, being the party in power, being the government in power, just came and implemented these things, like just gave us shockers, like increased salary threshold, did everything, new visa conditions, new conditions for ILR, and then this plan to increase time for ILR from 5 years to 10 years, and then to 15 years for some people. I don't even think it was in their proposal, it was in their plan when they were campaigning and doing all of that, but it was Reform and Conservative that said all those things that we're going to do regarding immigration, regarding ILR, bringing down migration and everything. And then before we knew it, just went ahead to now, work on it and act on it, you get? So saying this now, I'm thinking, is this not actually a good plan to copy? You know how people talk about, people dread doing extra shifts because when you do extra shifts, you work and work and work. Like literally, there's no reward for hard work, because by the time you work your ass out and do all the work you have to do, all your money goes into paying tax. Not really attractive money-wise going to do extra shit, because you will not get so much back. But now Reform is proposing that, we encourage people to actually work hard. In a system where there are so many people who are not ready to work, so many young people, you can see the estimated number of people that are jobless and not ready to go into work in the UK is all there online, right? So in that kind of place, why should you not now reward people that actually want to work? So this is actually a good thing, and it has brought a lot of positive vibes, positive comments from a lot of people after reading this, So Reform leader Nigel Farage said the overtime proposals would finally make work pay, drive up productivity, and restore the appeal of a strong work culture once again. And it might even appeal to more people to want to go into work, to get jobs and actually work, knowing that there's actually reward for hard work. Now, he said hardworking people look around and see that work simply doesn't pay, right? Exactly what I just said. That benefits often match or beat what they earn, and that ordinary families are being dragged into higher tax bands with nothing to show for it. So I'm sure you all understand how UK tax system works, right? It just basically means the more money you earn, the more tax you pay, okay? So obviously your first £12,570 is tax-free, you're paying zero tax. But from that 12,000 up to £50,000, you're paying 20% tax. And then if you're earning £50,000 and above, up to £125,000, you're going to be paying 40% tax. And then from £125,000 and above, you're going to be paying 45% tax. You see why it just feels like, what's actually the point of working so hard or aspiring to even enter the high tax bracket or aspiring to even work so much, when at the end of the day, the more I earn, the more tax I pay, and the less I take home, you get? So that's how it has always been, or that is how it is right now. But Reform right now is now proposing something that actually makes sense, that would benefit workers, encourage people to work harder, you get? So it's actually it's actually a welcome development. And we're wondering if the government would always copy or even get ideas and inspirations from some of these political parties or their oppositions when it comes to immigration matters, immigration policies, immigration changes, right? Are they also going to copy this one? Because it's actually a good thing to copy if you look at it. So that's what Reform has said, that it says that its 75,000 threshold will mean 90% of workers could benefit from its proposed tax cuts. It estimates around 3.2 million workers receive overtime pay. Reform has also gave estimates for the amount of tax people working in warehouses and as prison officers could save, like the amount of tax a lot of people could save. The party has previously proposed ending personal independence payments for people with anxiety disorders. He has also said it will strip EU citizens of their right to claim benefits. Obviously, that's what almost all the parties are proposing. However, right now, once you get your indefinite leave to remain, you can actually claim benefits. But most of them are now saying you can't have access to benefits anymore what on ILR, you can only access benefits when you become a British citizen. And Reform is even saying nobody, like, he doesn't want to give anybody indefinite leave to remain. They're scrapping it totally. So you will keep renewing your visas every 5 years. They will check and see, oh, do you meet all the conditions? You renew again, and you keep doing that so that people can now leave the UK on their own. Like, people will get tired and frustrated and voluntarily leave. That's what they said. You can go back and read up, you know, Reform's proposals on immigration, because it has brought about so many reactions, so many criticisms, and all of that. Conservative Party also have their own proposals for immigration as well. Shadow's councillor has said that hard work should be rewarded, which means getting taxes down in a fair and responsible way. Reform's proposal sets out new savings. They keep promising things they cannot deliver. Wow, this is quite funny. Anyway, it's politics for you guys. And if you also look at this, you will see that there's also like reports that many people are leaving the UK because of the tax, you know, the unfavorable tax that is on ground. Businesses can no longer meet up, businesses are suffering, you know. So there's just been a lot of conversation around this tax. Everybody's complaining, not just migrants, you know. So Reform coming out to say this thing is actually like a good step in the right direction. Now, this is not me supporting any political party. This is just me reacting to what's on ground and what I've observed happening around politics, around migration and everything. I'm sure you guys have noticed the same thing too. Just let me know in the comment section, okay? So this is just the heat of the moment. And you know that when things like this happen, you try to go the direction that would favor your party. So that is why I say it, I keep saying it, as a migrant in the UK, you have to try to follow, keep up with these politicians, follow these parties, understand their plans, their proposals, research about it before you cast your vote, because it's very, very, very important. Okay, let me even see if I can find, you know, the video, one of those videos where they were talking about this thing. And when I saw it, and I also saw the comment section, and I saw the way people reacted, like you could see that people were impressed. And then most of the questions they were asking is, okay, now how about self-employed people as well? How will self-employed people benefit from this? So this was one of the major questions that most people were asking as well. Understand that Reform UK have had like have had like not so wonderful immigration plans and proposals and everything, you know, but like I said, I'm just reacting to this particular announcement that they just made. And everybody, in fact, I'm sure you all agree, anybody who is working hard, whether you're self-employed or you're a hard worker, working, having bills to pay, having responsibilities, things you need money for, as an immigrant in a country, you will know that this is actually a good thing, because a lot of people have complained about UK taxes for the longest, and reports even have it that many people are even leaving the UK now because of this same issue. So seeing a party actually talk about doing something about it and rewarding people who are working extra hours, start taxing that money. So it simply means that I can just stay in my house, and any day I feel like doing extra shifts at work, I will just pick it up and go and do it. And I know that every single pound I make from that job, from that work, will be all mine, you know, and it's actually a good thing. I'm sure you guys can see that as well. Yeah, I saw this update and I just thought to share, because it's always good to be informed. And like we all know, once you're well informed, it will help you to make well-informed decisions, okay? So yeah, thank you everyone for watching. I'll see you guys in my next video. Bye-bye.